Good morning, we are on the road again. We've left Tauranga and we're headed to Cambridge to visit James's mum and dad. It's been a really good visit with my brother. We had a really neat time last night playing cards. We stayed up really late actually. It was about 1 AM that we went to bed, but it could have been later. We're playing a game called Phase 10 and halfway through the game we realised that we could kind of fudge the rules a little bit and it sped up the game somewhat, so we quite quickly got to Phase 10, which was the end. James won, of course.
Not of course, it's just luck.
Just luck. It's always just making the best with the hand that you're dealt in cards. But it was fun. We ate chocolate, cheese and crackers, far too much of it, and felt guilty this morning, but it's the holidays and it doesn't really matter. So we've still got another night with family. I think we're going to stay with James's sister. I'm not 100% sure, which would be great because she's the one that we were not sure we were going to be able to connect with. So if we get to connect with her, that means we're caught up with everybody this Christmas. We always appreciate people letting us come and just camp Mariah style at their home and fudge in with the food and yeah, just accommodate us so well.
Need to explain what Mariah style is. Mariah style is.
Or maybe. What's Mariah style, James?
Mariah's a meeting place for a community, right? And it's a big open building that has like the centerpiece of a village with the marae. And they have a big open area and mattresses stacked up in the back, and there's always room and there's always enough food. So you turn up there and you'll sleep on the floor in the marae on a mattress with everyone else. Join in with cooking and people just make it work.
Yeah.
And that's been around since ancient times for Māori, and so when someone says in New Zealand we're going to sleep marae style, it means we just make it work. Yeah.
It's not been terrible vlogging, it's not been super easy because I'm not sure people want to be in video. It just feels a little bizarre explaining to people that I'm creating a YouTube video. And people are really supportive, but you still feel a bit weird. So I'm just trying to be considerate of the fact that it's not something that they usually would have to do, or not something that they're familiar with, and so not kind of throwing the camera in their face, but still wanting to tell my story as we're going about our days and travelling up and down this country. We were just saying how much we would love to be so much closer to family and not be the distances that we are, but it's just not the way it is. The children are settled in school, we've bought houses, people have got jobs. So the way it is my parents are 8 hours from where I live. Thankfully they still travel and visit us on the regular, so it's not just when we visit them, they come and stay with us quite happily. James's mum and dad have got a camper and they are able to trip around and have their own kind of home away from home when they do travel to visit us, although we have got space for them. Trying to make those connections throughout the year takes effort, but we never ever have regretted it, and we always love to have family come stay with us.
I think it's part of our culture as a family, and one of the things that helps is we actually enjoy the road trips together. Like if you're enduring it, it'd be painful, but we like it, getting in the car and hitting the road as a family.
Totally.
Seems to go well. I like the adventure together. Like my work is often my work and you're off doing your thing. Holidays we're doing an adventure together. I love it.
Yeah. So we made it to James's parents and we had some lunch with them, and I just walked to the local supermarket to get some groceries to top up their salads and bits and pieces that she wanted for dinner. And they're in a lovely little town called Cambridge. I'll show you some of the church that's behind me. I can feel the weather getting warmer and warmer, but it's still not summer. If I can wear a cardigan, it's not quite summer. That wind is nice. Many times we have visited here and there's been weddings and services going on, the bells are ringing and people are gathering. I really like this church. It's very traditional and it's just beautiful. So I'm driving. There's that. We're in the car again. And we're travelling home. Yay! But we're stuck in a bit of a traffic jam. Why is that all blurry? Good. Huh. Yeah, let's go. Messaging from the car again. We are on our way home. We're on a little bit of a time crunch now because Regan's got to be back at work in Tami at 4 and it's now 2 o'clock and we're still an hour and 3/4 away from home.
I have to be at work,
So
yeah.
You have to be at work at 4, eh?
At 4, yeah.
Yeah. We think that we've got time, it's fine. Just stop to get some lunch and go to the bathroom, things like that. We did leave Cambridge at 10 AM, but there's been a little bit of traffic and we did have to do a stop to get petrol. I just feel like this whole last 3 or 4 days of vlogging has been about where we're travelling to and all the stops and the delays and never mind. James and I have been switching up and taking turns driving. I drove for the first hour, he's just driven for 2 hours, and now I'm going to drive for the last hour and a bit. Listening to a good book on the audio called Northern Lights. Haven't listened to that one before. Yeah. Home jeans. So we made it home in really good time. Regan had at least half an hour to, actually had about 40 minutes-ish. Unpack his gear, get changed for work, and James just headed off to drop him off because it's just quicker that way rather than him trying to find a park and walk to work. And why is it so bright? Just kind of unpacking now. There's all sorts of bits and pieces to find homes for. Watering my plants that are inside and the vegetable garden that hasn't been tended to for 3 or 4 days. So it's nice to be home and be able to do that, but it's a little bit daunting because we've just had, you know, all that driving, and you know, I'd much prefer just to sit down and do not a whole lot right this second. But if I unpack, it's advice I give my kids all the time. In the military they say bags before beers. That's it. I've just got all these, like, I'll show you. I don't know why it keeps overexposing. So I've got, these are just a few kind of Secret Santa things that have come in, gift wrapping items. These are grocery bags that we had with food when we were away. Just watered my plants. This one looks like it's really wilting quite badly, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to do some undecorating this week. Here I've got grocery bags that need unpacking. This one in particular has had a leak in it, so I'm going to have to clean that out. This has just got empty plastic containers from when we've been travelling. James made me a coffee before he left. I got some cuttings from my mother-in-law, so I'm going to have to make sure they're watered and just see if I can keep them alive. I was going to use that jar for that, but I'm not going to now. My bed is covered in washing. That's there from previous when I washed it all so that we could go away, so the rest that we didn't need is still waiting there for me. There's just odds and ends and bits and pieces that I'm going to have to tidy up, but I'm going to do a little bit now. I'm going to think about what to have for dinner and then I'm going to chill out. It has been an amazing 3 or 4 days. I think we were 26th away, 27th, 28th, 29th, so we've been 4 nights away. And I can't actually remember the nights where we were. We can't have been 3 nights at my brother's, but maybe we were. And James is home to help me with all this stuff. Okay, so the kitchen is somewhat tidy. I've got a whole lot of undecorating to do, but that can wait till another day. I've still got washing to do, that can wait till tomorrow. All my veggie garden is watered, Regan is at work, the plants inside haven't died. I've packed up a whole lot of stuff to go to the secondhand store the next time I go, so that'll be good. There's like all this random kind of, you know, Secret Santa gifts. James has just checked the bees and he is
happy, all good.
Great, they haven't died.
They haven't died, they're going well. Both queens are alive.
Both queens are alive. Anyway, he is getting rid of our small little nuke tomorrow, so just had to make sure he was organised for that. It's been an hour and a half since we got home, and the kitchen still feels like it's a bit messy, but it's nothing really. So nice to be home. So I'm just about to finish uploading the video from the last few days and just wanted to finish today's video. And thinking that I am so excited because my planning brain starts wanting to think about the next month. And we've got heaps and heaps of travel happening, and we've got a few holiday plans. We've got some renovations we want to do. Well, not necessarily renovations, we've got renovations we want to either start or complete if we can before we go back to work. Got some gardening projects to do, so there's just lots of things that I want to get planning. So tomorrow I'm going to spend some time planning after I have undecorated the house of Christmas. So that's going to be the project for tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. I just love to sit down and plan and get things sorted for the month in advance, especially in my bullet journal. It's just a way to be a little bit more, you know, take some time and make things pretty and just space things out and see what I can do and see what I can achieve. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but I'm going to sign off for today, for today's vlog. I'm able to do that now because we're home and everything's back to normal. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out and it helps my channel. But until next time, bye for now.